What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 21, Who's Your Daddy? But let's just get into it, okay? We found out that Mendeecees is a little chatty patty ass bitch, okay? Like, sir, you literally got out of jail after not being on this show for a minute and being quiet on the show when you do come to starting up some mess. I just did not really expect, like they do say, men gossip more than women, okay? Like, it's in our nature to gossip or whatever, but my goodness, when men gossip, they gossip, okay? And they be doing some messy shit. Mendeecees met up with Safari, and, you know, they just in the studio. First of all, Safari, I just want to understand why you keep getting in the booth. Why do you keep getting in the booth? Are you making music just so you can listen to it? Because when you put this music out, don't nobody be saying, oh my God, I need that next Safari album. I need that next Safari record. Like, come on, Safari. Give us something. Give us something straight. No, we don't be saying that. We don't say broke out. We don't want it, okay? And if we do want it, we want it from somebody else. Bitch, give it to a Spice. Give it to a Sean Paul. Give it to somebody that's more authentic than you, bitch, okay? And then, you know, Mendeecees brought little Mendeecees up in there because he trying to get up in the booth and do some things. I said, oh, that's cute. But they having a little conversation about how it is, you know, because he about to get divorced. And, you know, he talking about fatherhood and all that stuff. And Safari winds up saying, you know, when I look at my son, it's like I'm looking at him, but I don't see me, you know? And Mendeecees said, well, your son look literally just like your daughter. And when we say he looked just like the daughter, he looks just like the daughter. And Safari said, no, man, because when I look at my daughter, she looks like me. I said the daughter looks like Erica. You know, they really look like Erica. Both them kids look like Erica for the most part, with probably a few of his features, but they mostly look like Erica in my opinion. Others can say differently, but you know, Mendeecees gonna say, well, did you do a DNA test? I said, wait a goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. So it was you that brought up the paternity test. I said, now Mendeecees, you've been playing the fence of trying to be the good guy this whole damn time since you done got out the damn jail, and you just as messy as everybody else on this goddamn show. Now, why would you put that battery up in his back and that thought up in his head? Okay? I said, what in the storyline? Who wrote this in the script? Y'all was running out of anything and everything to say, so y'all just said paternity test. I'm sitting here like, first of all, Safari, you're dumb. The baby was just born, right? So the baby has not come into all of his features, for one. Probably didn't come into all of his color at the time, you know, even though he's still a little light bright. But he looks just like his mama. And you don't know how genetics work. You don't realize that when kids are born, not all the kids are going to come out looking like the daddy or looking like the mama. Some of them probably going to look like the daddy. Some of them probably going to look like the mama. Some of them going to probably look like all of you. Like, it's a, what? So you want a DNA test, and then I said, all right, you know, okay, this is dumb. And then, of course, Mendeecees had to tell him that, you know, I saw a clip, you know, when Rich and Erica, Rich was putting his hands on the thigh and all that stuff. This was when they was at the last family vacation. That Safari was at. When Rich was drunk as shit, but he knew what he was doing. And I'm sitting here like, so you just not bringing that shit up? You bringing that up like Safari ain't seen that shit. You ain't kidding me. Safari didn't seen that shit already. And now you want to be pissed off about it. That Erica and Rich got something possibly going on, or they just rekindling a friendship or whatever. You need to check him on that. You need to check him on that. So they do a little poker night, right? They do a poker night because they trying to celebrate Eric being engaged to Sierra. We'll get to that mess in a second. And so you got all the dudes sitting there and talking about this and whatever. Woo, woo, woo. We gonna fast forward because some of this shit just ain't really important. We gonna get to what we really need to get to. Baby, Mendeecees said, so did you get that DNA test? What? Why would he bring that shit up at the table? Like, he brought it up at the table like a little bitch. I said, oh my God, Mendeecees, you are so fucking messy. I just did not know you had this shit in you, and it is not attractive at all. Okay? And he was like, yeah, well, since you brought that up, Rich, I heard that you and Erica texting again, you getting close to my wife again or whatever. That's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because we bros and we homies and all that shit or whatever. Rich said in the confessional, it's really funny that he want to throw that whole shit out there when I was with Erica for like 2-3 years or whatever, and we was cool. We was friends. And you went and got married to my ex. So what's good? And I said, you know what? Rich got a point. Rich got a point. So y'all sharing women. And now you want to be upset just because you got married to her and you had kids to her or whatever. But yeah, you've been out here cheating on her. You've been out here being inside other different type of women and you didn't care. So why all of a sudden you care now because it's Rich? And, you know, this whole DNA thing comes up and people talking about, you know, it's different when you get married. You know, I think it was Scrapper that said something about, you know, you got deal with if you get divorced or whatever, because then you're going to have to deal with the man coming in and your kids playing him playing stepdaddy to your kids, and the dude fucking around and being with your wife or your ex-wife and all that stuff. Bitch, why that blew Safari out the water? Okay, after everything that was being said, that's what ticked Safari off, and he throwing chairs and knocking shit over. Threw the chair, and the chair hit his ass back. The chair said, bitch, I ain't had nothing to do with this, so how fucking dare you fucking hit me with this goddamn chair, so I'm gonna hit your ass back, and that's exactly what happened, okay? And so he threw a little tantrum. Everybody was really confused. Like, what? They wanted to laugh so bad because it was the most softest shit I've ever seen. I don't want to say it was weak. It was weak, okay? It was really, really weak. Meanwhile, Rich gonna meet up with Erica and tell her to low down that night. And you know what? I'm not even fucking mad, because how dare you even try to, you know, say that after all the shit that you done. If I was Erica, I would have been like, well, since you want a goddamn DNA test, I want to know if you got any other kids out there, because you was fucking around. You trying to make it seem like just because y'all wasn't on the same page, she could possibly be doing some other shit with somebody else. No, I mean, it is a possibility, but with all the shit that she's saying, baby, we would have been found that shit out. We would have been found that out. Okay, let's stop, you know. And Rich know what he doing. Rich trying to get back up in there. So that's just all that it is with his creepy old ass. Anyway, moving on from that. He's like a fucking predator. That's why I call him creepy and old. Because he got with Erica when she was really young. And Erica's only in her early 30s, almost mid-30s. And he's well over 40. He's well over 40, almost 50. So I'm pretty sure almost 50 or mid-40s or whatever. He's too damn old, okay? This whole situation with Sierra, I want them to go away from me. She gets engaged to Eric. She goes down there to talk to her best friend about how the relationship is going. It's not going the way that she wants it to go. Oh, I'm so used to being in a relationship where I'm the one that's carrying all the weight because I'm an alpha woman. And then I get into a relationship and I'm not the one that's always in charge because he's an alpha man and he's this and he's that. And I'm sitting here like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, first of all, I tuned out of that whole freaking thing, because it's like, maybe the problem is you, Sierra, because ever since this man came on the screen, especially this season, all we've seen you do is complain about each and everything that he does. Even when he's trying to be nice and be there for you, you have a complaint about it. Maybe the fucking issue is you, ma'am, okay? So then, you know, they have a little party or whatever for Rini Rucci, which was cute, so that they can all gather around and be there for her, Sierra, through that. And, you know, she let them know that she's engaged. Everybody was like, congratulations on your engagement. And she like, 2 proposals in 1 year by 2 different men. I said, there's the problem right there. You've been proposed to twice in 1 year. Twice in 1 year. So therefore, that means you've been in a relationship with Eric not long enough. And I don't understand people. Okay, you can be a serial dater or a serial relationship type of person. That's fine. But how is it that you go from being in a relationship with one guy and then y'all get engaged and then you break up, and then as soon as you break up, you're in a next relationship with somebody else, and then a few months later you get you get engaged. You don't know this person, and y'all having all these problems before y'all even been together for a whole year. Y'all having all these problems before you even been together for a whole year. Baby, the issue is not him, it's you. Okay? It's both of y'all actually, because y'all moving too fucking fast. You're moving in too fucking fast. You get engaged too fucking fast because y'all don't know each other. That is the problem. You go to church to go talk to the pastor, and she basically saying you're not over your first marriage and you're not over BK. Okay, that's just what it is. You know, she want him to move the fuck out and give her space, but then still want to be engaged. No, bitch, if I move out and I get in your space, we done. I'm not. See, Eric going through all these hoops and hurdles for what? For what? Because I just don't understand it. I don't. And they still together. I seen a little promo video that they put together on Instagram earlier. They still together, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand it because I'm not finna be going through hoops and hurdles for somebody in a relationship that ain't even fully cooked yet. Hell no. Baby, we still in the beginning stages of this relationship, if you ask me. We still in the stages of trying to get to know each other. And if I'm going through all this just to fucking get to know you, it ain't worth my time. Okay? Moving on from that, it was really nice to see that, you know, they was coming together for Rennie and asking how she was doing and being her little support system, and she cried. I feel so bad for her. I felt bad for the fact that they came there for her, but then the situation got turned around onto the whole thing with Kendra and her lies, okay? You know, talking about kids and all that stuff. Baby Rennie said she got 2 kids of her own and her man got 6 kids. I said, what? 6 kids and behind bars, okay? She was talking about some, you know, I be trying to tell them, like, you know, sometimes it's just not the same having phone calls and phone. Yeah, that's what happens when you with a dude that's behind jail. Okay, that's in jail for multiple years. They done broke up now. So I want her to get somebody on the outside, you know. But they was like, Kendra, she was like, yeah, I don't have no kids, but you know, I know how it is with stepkids and all this stuff and woo woo woo. And I was like, tell him how many stepkids you got. She got 8 and a possible. She said a possible. So that means what? Okay, the little situation, me and Jock, we took a break after the engagement in 2019 or whatever, and you know, he fucked around and got somebody pregnant possibly. Okay, so there's a possibility that there's a baby and all this stuff and woo woo woo. And it was like, so you knew when we told you that? And I'm with Erica. So you knew when we told you this and you tried to act like you didn't? I mean, well, y'all threw a whole bunch of stuff at me. Y'all threw a whole bunch of stuff at me. So, you know, I said, no, Kendra, you was just trying to play it off because you ain't want people up in your business. You ain't want people to look at you like you was stupid. And people are looking at you like you stupid right about now because you're still playing dumb. You're still trying to go with this narrative that you know nothing about Mita. You knew nothing about the relationship that Jock had with her, and all this stuff. You know, Erica don't know what to believe because she was like, that's kind of scary that you could sit there and act like you didn't know about this damn baby and fool me of all people. You know, I got fooled by a clown, but god damn, Kendra, I won't be able to trust her because that's a little, you played that off a little too well. Okay, tears and all. Girl, then they start talking about Mita, Spices, and her feelings about it, and, you know, Kendra feels some way about Spice, you know, not telling her because that's your friend and you knew most of the details. It's a difference between Sierra because Sierra was just like, she didn't know most of the stuff, but Spice knew hell of a lot more than what was being said, and she never told her about it. And, you know, they were saying Spice was, not Spice, but Mita was lying, and Mita trying to change the story, giving different dates and all that stuff, and woo, woo, woo. And so Spice took her to the side, Kendra, and was like, okay, so if something happened between him and her in y'all relationship, you're married now. Why do you need to know? Like, why can't you just let this go? I'm sitting here like, excuse me, Spice. Just because one is married don't mean that I don't want to know what the fuck happened. If it comes up that somebody did something while I was using a relationship to me before we got married or whatever, and you lied about it and you tried to keep that shit a secret, bitch, I want to know all the fuck about it, because at the end of the day, if I found out you cheated on me while we was in a relationship before we got married or whatever time it was, and you kept that from me, and that goes to show you don't respect me. I don't give a fuck about no, oh, I did it so that I won't hurt you and all this stuff. If you didn't want to hurt me, you wouldn't have cheated. That's what it was. You wouldn't have cheated. And then you kept it a secret. And then you allowed it to get out the way that it got out, and not from your mouth, but from rumors and stuff like that. That's embarrassing as fuck. And bitch, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to get down to the fucking bottom of it. I'm going to confirm whether or not the shit happened. And if it comes out to be 100% true, bitch, we are done. Because you fucking lied to my goddamn face. And you walked around like you did absolutely nothing. I am just that person, okay? But Spice was like, well, if you want to talk to her, we'll talk to her. I can set it up or whatever. I said, Kendra, at this point, stop fucking playing. You already know what happened. You know what happened. It is what it is. They're going to get into a little thing next weekend. It was just like, girl, whatever. Do you continue the storyline out? How many more episodes we got? I keep on saying, somebody out there gotta know. One of y'all gotta know how many more episodes we got, y'all. Because I am not here for it. I should have said it at the top of the thing, but I'll probably mention it in the next few videos because I'm tired of seeing it in my comments. I've already told y'all, please fucking stop putting comments. Don't put the comments about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the video on the video. If you don't see something up when it's supposed to be up, I'm not reviewing it, and that's just it. Take that as you will. But anyway, a bitch is tired, okay? I am getting burnt out from doing all this shit, plus with my everyday life. So y'all keep asking, you know, certain stuff. I'll do another video on that. Okay? Because people want me to do certain stuff, and if I'm already over the original show, why would you think I want to do this? Anyway, moving on from that, I will see y'all later, all right? Peace.